Okay, cool. I don't want to lose people because every time we die, we drop like more than half the people, and it's always so sad. Especially in this instance, since this is a very, very, very special moment. So, where did I leave off on the big cliffhanger? What was the last thing we talked about? Because I believe I mentioned something really, really big. That Guinevere was illusory? Yes. Guinevere is not there. If you attack her, she disappears in the same cloud of silver mist that the knights disappear into. And not just her, but the sun disappears. The shining sun over Anor Londo is fake. Anor Londo is plunged into twilight. The true twilight. The glowing sun that you see over it is an illusion to keep up the mistaken belief that this is still an area of great power. We're not now. That's why I'm going to talk about it. I will show video. Not the sun as a whole, but the brilliant sunlight shining over... the brilliant sunlight shining over Anor Londo is fake. And the reason that the knights disappear in a cloud of smoke, they're fake too. Everything is. Anor Londo is real. The Dark Moon Knightess is real. Gwyndolin is real. The Giant Blacksmith is real. And that's it. Everything else is an illusion created by Gwyndolin. Guinevere, the knights, Ornstein, and possibly Smo. Ornstein we know later is an illusion. That may be the real Smo, but we aren't certain. Yeah. The thing is, right? Gwyndolin is the physically weakest of Gwyn's children, but in terms of raw power, she is the strongest of all of them.
Very well, Blade of the Dark Moon. Please state thy wish.
It is most likely the real Smo, because he's referred to as the last knight guarding Anor Londo at a later date.
Very well. Hunter.
Here's some ears. We'll be discussing how we know Ornstein is fake at a later time. Hang on, my wife just messaged me. I brought you some ears. So, that's the big twist. Not only do we love Gwyndolin for many a reason, she is literally the most powerful of Gwyn's children. Not physically, but the fact that she was not only... Yeah, if you enter the Fogwell, you do have to kill Gwyndolin. There's no other way to physically see her, sadly. Yeah, don't read the message in front of Gwyndolin. Well, Smo might not know. But we'll talk about that. So yeah, Gwyndolinn is not only strong enough to populate an entire castle, she is able to create illusory bosses. She is able to create an illusory sister. She's able to create an illusory son, and she's able to maintain all of that without any struggle. Like, she's able to just be chillin'. There's a model for her that was cut, but, yeah, that's the thing, is these dudes drop souls when you kill them, meaning most likely they were literally made from souls. Her soul is strong enough that it can be extended through all of that, because she's just, like, I know I'm biased, but she's literally just, like, insanely powerful. But there's a problem, and we're gonna do this first. We can bring her back, and her tongue isn't cut out now.
Thank you. I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend.
So yeah, we know that apparently she is also from Astora, and she views herself as, you know, being impure.
Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be. I wish not to speak.
Sorry. So yeah, let's talk to these people and take a second while I do this to think why all of the illusions. Because that's a big and very important question.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You did much for me up above. I am grateful. You know, I was thinking the gates, the old fortress. Was that your doing?
Yeah.
Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate? This Knight of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude.
Thanks.
There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst.
I'm sure. Now, we can give the Lord Vessel to Frampt, but we are actually not going to do that.
That is incredible.
So yeah, this is... We're going to do something else.
As always.
Firstly, we need to level up our flame, because we need to access a certain NPC. Hi, wife. Hello, my dear lovely wife. How are you? You got here just in time. We were about to discuss why, Gwyndolinn has all of those illusions in place. Oh, also, who asked the question, is Guinevere actually that big? I'm glad you're on break too. Make sure you have something to eat, please. It's important.
Oh, you are one of us. That is a surprise, but a pleasant one.
Thank
We
you.
are both blades of the Dark Moon now. I shall look forward to fighting alongside you.
Thank you. I will too.
So you have received a revelation. Very auspicious. I hope for the best. I pray that through you, her wish will be granted.
Now, here's the thing. It's possible that she is referring to Guinevere as the her, but since she mentions the Blades of the Dark Moon, it's entirely possible that the her she is referring to is Gwyndolin. Which would mean a correct gendering of her. Okay, good. You have snacks?
Have you heard of Seath the Scaleless?
Oh, this is
In
important.
legend, he turned against the ancient dragons. He became Lord Gwyn's confidant, was granted dukedom, and was allowed to pursue his research. At the Regal Archives, he immersed himself in research on scales of immortality. The one thing that he did not have. But his very research drove him mad. The Archives became a dungeon, a place for sinister experiments. Now, nobody dares even approach the Duke's forbidden archives. It looms over this land high atop the mountain. But I should warn against even an approach. If you require
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can't get it without killing her, which is a shame. What a shame. So yeah, it seems like Seath doesn't have the scales of immortality, which is probably why he betrayed his homies, because they made fun of him. And he was like, the correct response to this would be helping somebody commit genocide against them. Because he's a fucking freak. Seath the Spineless, traitorous worm and violator of scientific ethics, indeed. Yeah, he's just chilling up there being a duke. And Gwyn's just kind of letting him get away with it. Now then. Seath the GF-less. Indeed. Okay, so the question about whether or not Guinevere is actually that big, especially compared to, like, Gwyndolin, who is probably, like, maybe 10 feet tall? 8 to 10? Seath clammy and moist. Ew.
Well,
Oh yeah, we need the Crest of Artorias, but, if we want to open the thing, but...
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
You too. Oh yeah, we have to go this way, which we have yet to do. So, let's go down here, and we're gonna be greeted by a guest real quick. Actually, no, before we do that, we should, do something else. Ignore the giant demon we just saw. Yeah, we're gonna discuss Artorias. Yeah, but it is most likely that... Do the stuff that alters the cutscene? No, because there isn't a way to do that without losing out on some lore. Yeah, it's just snakes all the way down. Her legs terminate in 3 snakes each below the knee, according to her model. Oops, all snakes. Yeah, at about the shins. Now then. An artist working for me just sent me a message that says MILF hours, and like, you know what? That's true. Oh yeah, he fell asleep. Lazy ass. Oh yeah, we gotta go there. We have a lot of places to go. I will tell you right now, the second half of this game is significantly worse than the first half. I think the second half of this game is maybe the worst the series gets. It gets really, really bad. But on the plus side, there's a lot of lore, so I will be talking a lot and revealing a lot, so you're going to want to stick around at least for that, because There's so much lore, and it's so good. I've been waiting. I love the fucking lore. Ben Seath Piro, God. Bad in terms of gameplay. In terms of story, I like a lot of it. Where's the bonfire again? Leave me alone. Where's the bonfire? It's back here. Yeah. I mean, she's got to have them princess thighs. Yeah, I'm gonna do like some summary stuff, and once we are done with everything, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A session, possibly while playing Hades, if that's something people would be interested in. But anyway. So, no, Guinevere is most likely not that tall, but she is definitely very tall. You can only warp to specific bonfires because Dark Souls 1 is just broken, and they never finished the bonfire teleporting system, which they do in the other games. Yeah, it fucking sucks. It really sucks. Okay, we're gonna try to skip this area. Yeah, she's been a working gal. My wife is very powerful, and she does not work from home like me, who vaguely works from home. Yeah, I would say Guinevere is anywhere from 15 to 20 feet. Leroy! Now then, the reason that she's probably so much taller is because she was invented by... You know, she was created by Gwendolyn, and Gwendolyn spent her life, Gwendolyn spent her life looking up at her sister, because clearly her father ignored her, didn't treat her right, and just, well, we learn more from some optional stuff that I'm not sure if we're gonna get, but basically, her dad treated her like shit, which means she probably spent a lot of time looking up to her brother and sister, which would mean that to her, it's entirely plausible that Guinevere could be a larger-than-life figure to her, both literally and figuratively, because she was always looking up at her. Both looking up to her and looking up, like, physically at her, because she was a lot taller. It's emotional, and we're going to be talking more about Gwendolyn, but she is, along with being really powerful, very depressed and very fucked up. The poor baby. And we'll be discussing in detail. It's bittersweet. Yeah, absolutely. My wife is completely right, as always. Prepare to Cry edition. No, I mean, it's something I'm adding on. I mean, it is something I'm kind of adding on. But yeah, she's creating all of the illusions, and we'll discuss why, but first we have to fight the hardest boss in the game. A boss that has been memed to hell and back. Assuming we don't get killed along the way by these bastards. Initial D. Oh yeah, her height is definitely exaggerated, but... Oh boy. Here we go. The Germa killer, indeed. Germa died to this dude. Absolute meme boss. Yeah, no, RIP Lorethrough, we're never getting past this. Watch me get my ass killed by him just for my hubris. Very intimidating. That's a lot of damage. Where'd he go? Yeah, the music is so goofy too. Hardest boss in the game. Oh yeah. There's a 1/3 chance he will drop the best, objectively the best looking mask in the game. Oh, we didn't get it! No! Damn it! Mask of the Child. Unfortunate. We look good as hell, though. Fun fact, Pinwheel's lore is actually super fucked up. One of 3 masks of the Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Grave Lord and reigns over the catacombs. So basically, he stole Nito's power, like Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead from the beginning. Nito was just kind of chilling and he just took his power, and it seems like Nito didn't really care that much. Run ruined. I'm sorry. We gotta start the whole thing over. Yeah, basically Pinwheel is a necromancer, his wife and his child who he tried to resurrect, but they all got fused together into a horrible abomination under there. So it's kind of scary. But the secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process, in the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar, the humans had found little use for humanity until they turn undead. So yeah, the Rite of Kindling is the thing that Rhea came down here looking for. And so we found it. It seems like what they were looking for was held by Nito, but then Pinwheel took it, and Nito didn't really care that much, I guess. Kumquat, let's, Is the Rite of Kindling Nito's power? It's part of it. Nito, unfortunately, gets the least lore out of all of them. And also a terrible, terrible area. Because the entire area is completely dark. Because fuck you. That actually. I'll come back here later. Yeah, he gets some lore in Dark Souls 2. It's odd. Hey, wife, are you still here? I like the atmosphere of the area, but I hate playing through it. It fucking sucks. Okay. I love you.
There you are. I'll be...
Damn.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. Oh yeah, we should buff up the Pyro Gloves some more if we can. We should probably sink some points into attunement as well, unless we just want to keep the Gwyndolin ring on. Yeah, we need a lot to buff it to +10, but we gotta. I love you. Have a good rest of your day at work. Be good. Party hard. I will see you in like a few hours.
Goodbye then.
Wasting so many levels for the sake of that, but like, there's a really, really lore important NPC that only spawns if you have a +10. That only spawns if you have a +10 Pyro Flame because life is suffering. Yeah, but I want to keep my Pyros. Because I don't have enough attunement to have both attuned. Especially since we're slowly getting better. Bye, I love you. Yeah, the medium roll in this is so frustrating. Oh yeah, so with that you can now kindle bonfires up to 20, which is really, really useful. Now then. We got a lot of ways to go. But first things first, before we start doing all of the main stuff, there's a certain powerful soul we have to tackle first. And to do that, we can't, To do that, we can't give it to Frampt, who normally takes you there. So, while we run through to get to, Yeah, no, the last half is fairly long. Oh, I just realized Gwyndolin's theme is really important to hear because the motifs in it are very relevant. But we are, It actually plays for a different boss, I will point it out. So we're gonna fight that boss, but not Gwendolyn. And you can just know that it's her theme. And do gamer fuel Frampt. It's true. Now then, about the illusions. Subscribe if you want to know the truth. I'm kidding. I would not do that to you. But you should subscribe. Lol. Oh yeah, so there are these animated plants here and whatnot. These are creations of Seath, and we'll be going into how much of this shit is connected to Seath in due time. Are we gonna get the Artie Crest? I mean, I'm torn on whether we do the Artie Crest or if we do, like, the secret side entrance, because the Artie Crest requires so many souls to buy, and we have to invest in the Pyro Flame. Yeah, this area is... It does have one of the single best soul farming routes in the entire series. But, no, please do not. I will be discussing DLC when we get to the DLC. Now then, while we do this, let's talk about Gwyndolininn's illusions. Nice. Now, first things first, Gwendolinn... It is mentioned that Gwendolyn hides herself away behind illusions. So a part of that is probably connected to, you know, that. She's afraid to show herself because she probably feels like that She probably feels like people won't listen to her if she's showing herself because she's been fucking brainwashed by her piece of shit dad to think that there's something wrong with the way she is. Also, these crystal lads here, these crystal lads are also creations of Seath. Crystals are associated with Seath. Like, crystal sorcery is the most powerful form of sorcery, and he is, he's all about it. I mentioned this before, but Seath invented sorcery. Yeah, it's visually pretty good looking. Out of, like, the late game areas, this might be my favorite visually. Excuse me, sir. Oh boy. I was hoping we'd be out of range, but there's a big ol' Hydra there. And we're gonna have to kill it. Walter White of Dark Souls. Everybody's made that joke, and it's funny every time. Usually I like to see if I can get friendly fire to take these dudes out. Oh, but he's out of range. Yeah, Fire Orb is very good against the Hydra. That's probably what I'm going to use, because he's a pain in the ass to fight. Because, like, he's in the water, but if you go too close, you fall down. But there's really isn't, like, a good indicator of how close is too close. Also, the hitboxes on those are kind of janky. Anyway, so we've got Gwyndolinn being insecure and brainwashed, which is a bummer. You know, you figure that rock would cover you, but I've been hit through it before. That's what water looks like. Ah, shit. What the hell? You're not supposed to do it when it's that close. Oh my fucking god. Can you not? What? You can see what I mean about the water now. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I realized one thing that might make this easier is if we go to another area to get a very specific ring, but, like, I don't want to right now. How do you deal with that on a melee build? Pray. Get angry at Miyazaki. Probably should have grabbed the illusory bonfire. Oh no, we hit that other bonfire over there. We can just do that. First run, I thought you just couldn't kill the Hydra. That's fair. Yeah. Now then. So there's the element of her being brainwashed, but there's also the fact that she is lying. To what extent, we're not sure, but she seems really bent on convincing you of the power of the gods and the presence of the gods, and that your sacrifice is really important. But something seems a little fishy. And what exactly that is, we'll go into. But, keep in mind the fact that she is, not exactly being 100% honest with you. Because that's kind of an important detail. Where is the... There's a bonfire around here that I lit earlier. There it is. Why do lizards grow titanite? That's just the kind of lizard they are. Titanite lizards are a species. I would like if they were a separate armor piece, too. But yeah, just try to keep it in mind. That as much as we love our girl Gwendolyn and as much as we feel for her, she is not being 100% forthcoming with information. So just, you know, try to remember that as we go forward. Because it's kind of pretty relevant. But yeah, no, like, if you... She has some special dialogue if you, kill the Guinevere illusion. Like, you get a cutscene where it goes dark, and... I need to remember her dialogue. I want to have some water, and then... Who wants me to do a barely passable Gwendolyn imitation, or should I just read the... Or should I just say them in my normal-ass voice? I might pull up the video, like, on my end. Nice. Oy vey's mirror. Anyway, I know I'm delivering a fuckload of lore, and there's more lore to come. I'm currently actually skipping some, but that's because, we miss out on some really, really important lore if we do some lore right now. It's complicated. I never said I wasn't Gwendolyn. Just because I don't do a good impression doesn't mean I'm not Gwendolyn Dark Souls. I hate this. Yeah. Oh, you motherfucker. We're doing the DLC in the Lorethrough. We're saving it for near the end now. Whoa. Physics. Oh, come on. I want to get close enough to use my pyromancy, because that can really do some damage, but I'm, like, so paranoid of falling into the water. Yeah, the DLC is some of Souls at its very best, and given that... I missed! Okay. This part is where it gets irksome, because a lot of the times the heads will be in the area that kills you if you go there. Or they'll clip into the area. So it's like, what can you do? Besides suffer. Oy vey is mere. Yeah, see, like, that head is right near the edge of the area that kills you if you go in it. You motherfucker. I love how it still makes the sound of multiple voices, even if you, Okay, we're good. Even if you only have one head. Yeah, the Hydra disappearing is a game engine thing. Same with, like, bosses. Okay, we got some stuff. We got the Dusk Crown Ring, and we got a Dragon Scale. So no heads. God. Dragon Scale for reinforcing dragon weapons. Peeled from an ancient dragon. Dragon, dragon, dragon. A dragon is inseparable from its scales, and the transcendent apostles who seek the perpetuity of the ancient dragons have crossed the very end of the earth to seek this invaluable treasure. Basically, there's this group of dragon cultists that worship dragons and want to, like, become like dragons because they're like... Dragons are wicked powerful. Become as dragons. This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Ulasil. Try to remember Ulasil. Upon her birth. Ulasil's kind of a big deal. But yeah, basically, if you destroy the the Guinevere imagery, we gotta do a quit out to get a dude to spawn in here, I think. Or we have to homeward bone, I forget. The original Scalies, exactly. You know, while we're at it, I'm just gonna take us offline. Oh, we'd have to restart the game to go offline. Yeah, it's also used to indicate. And then this lad shows up. Special rare shiny crystal golem. However, what's interesting is that if you look in its back, you can see there's a woman in there. Because the deal with these things is... Seath sends these crystal golems out to collect women. Because he's fucking gross.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long.
Flow of time is convoluted.
Before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home...
What a weirdo.
...is the home of ancient sorceries.
Hi, Ghost.
...is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Oh, yeah. When we get to Seath lore, I should probably... Like, I'm gonna probably have to throw down, like, a trigger warning for a bit of it, because that shit gets gross. But I will throw down some warnings on the stream where we talk about it.
Beyond words, then I shout. Engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Bye. That one meme with the guy just giving the peace sign and disappearing. Yeah, no, he's slimy in the bad way. Not like snails. Snails are cool. I like snails. Also, I just realized that means that soon we get to see the absolute best character, the evidence that FromSoft knows how to make cats. Exactly, yeah, he's the nasty slimy. Oh yeah, as always, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to consider dropping a follow/sub. We are 1 follower away from 500, and it is tormenting me. And also because if I go below a certain sub goal, I don't get payout, and I need the money, because unemployment's gonna run out. But regardless of that, let's just run back up here. We're going to come back down there and we're going to talk with Dusk again, but... Yeah, no, it's really shitty that they do that. It's very frustrating for sure. Hey. Yeah, they do take half your money. Every $5 sub, we only get $2.50. They have to sub following like every subscription costs $5 a month or more if you feel like being really generous, but yeah, no, it's real. Their business practices are really, really shitty, and it's very frustrating, but it's like, what can you do? Oh yeah, so if we want to get some more Solaire stuff, we have to cross this bridge, which is going to be a little tricky, because there's a big wyvern there, and he likes to breathe fire, as you've seen.
Now thou art a blade of the dark moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the dark sun.
Oh my goodness, Ehadon, thank you very, very much for gifting a sub to Peachy Lajady. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Congratulations, Peachy, on becoming a Blade of the Dark Moon. Enjoy your emotes and make sure you thank Ehadon, because that was very nice of them. Oh. Don't even fucking bother. I just want to use that so we can get back to Firelink Shrine. That's okay, I get what you're going for. You go back so we can level up our flame. Now, oh, can I link to alternate donation methods? I can. That would actually be super helpful, because I get more that way. I have a coffee, which also takes some amounts, but I do also just have links to just, like, my Cash App or what, and Venmo. The usual.
There you are. No one.
It is certainly much appreciated. And I am sorry to e-bag, it's just, you know. Times are tough.
Oh, as always.
Undercutting Bezos is absolutely poggers.
Wait, friend. Where?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now then. We're gonna go do the dusk thing one more time. Ugh. You. Yeah, we're gonna do the dusk thing. And then we will... Yeah, then we'll tackle some optional stuff to talk about some more stuff, because believe it or not, we actually have more Gwyndolin lore to cover. Speaking of which, once I hit the next bonfire, I am going to run to the restroom and to grab some water, because I don't know if you can hear my, like, how hoarse my fucking throat is, but it's kind of insane. Are we going to use the Dust Crown? No, because I'm not going for, like, a mega OP Pyro build. I just need to get it plus 10 so, certain NPC spawns. Laurentius is just nice. He's a polite young man. Gwyndolore. Specifically, Gwyndolore about trans stuff, which is always nice. Also, by the way, I do my best to keep my language very inclusive. If there is a time, because, like, I want to be very sensitive when discussing trans topics, so, like, if there is a time when I am, like, where I come across as insensitive or anything like that, please let me know, because I really appreciate all of you coming up, and I know that, you know, trans lore is a big deal, and I don't want to, like, be rude about it, because people are rude enough about Gwyndolin. But yeah, I will come back with more lore. In the meantime, while I'm gone for, like, literally a minute or two, if you have questions about lore, since I've been covering, like, a bunch of shit non-stop, just drop them in the chat and I'll respond when I get back. Hey, buddy. Hey, Cooper. Hi, honey. You want pets? No? Okay. You're just gonna sit in your chair? Participate? Cooper has been by my side all along for this stream. Ah, Cooper. You were by my side all along. If you know, you know. Anyway, did anybody have questions while I was gone? I'd say he's my true mentor, but he's very stupid, so, like... I don't mean that as an insult, he's a little slow, my boy. And that's his business. I'm just Cooper's NPC summon. Ghost, I'm choosing to not respond to that. Also, obviously, Lawrence isn't the best boss in Soulsborne. The best boss in Soulsborne is coming up. And boy, is that going to be a fun stream. Not going to spoil, but there's a certain boss in late game that is genuinely the worst boss in the series, and that we spent, God, a long-ass time on my first lore-through series. Okay. Yeah, I might need to go offline for this next section because the area we're going into is a PvP hotspot, which is normally fairly fun if you like to PvP, and I do, but I want to get to the lore. So if we get mega ganked, there are two ways to get to the area. You can pay to open up the sealed door with the Crest of Artorias, like you're supposed to. And, but you can also, like, go around this long way that's annoying as hell, but doesn't cost, like, 20k. That sounds like a lot of fun, Ghost. I was watching some of your, kills on YouTube. I was really impressed. Oh, hi. Holy shit. If my PlayStation wasn't fucked right now, I'd participate too. I don't give a shit. That's insane. Oh yeah, if you touch the summon sign, our girl Dusk shows up. Because again, Dusk is from the past, as we know. But the flow of time itself is convoluted. And so she can appear to us when summoned, because she's coming from her timeline.
I shall follow thy wishes.
Proper bow. Now we're talking. Okay, let's, she sells some stuff with some lore. Let's see. Hidden Body. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil. Turns body nearly invisible. So this is really interesting. Basically, it's saying that this land of Ulasil that she is from is lost, and has been for a long time. Sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulasil. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements and mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim, meaning their magic doesn't, like, come from the teachings of Seath. Yeah, that's... okay. I'm trying to see if... yeah, no.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, and banished to a plane of distortion.
That sucks.
It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
And she talks in, like, the proper voice that Gwendolyn talks in. One thing that's really, really interesting is that there is, like, a high speech and low speech in this universe. Like, Dark Moon Knightess speaks, like, low speak, so it's probably closer to human speak. But Gwendolyn, quote-unquote Guinevere, and others of that era speak high speak. What's interesting is that she is a human, but she does speak using high speech.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are...
Trying to put my
more
brace on one
straightforward,
hand.
negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
Yeah, totally, dude.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Yeah, I was, like, trying to talk to her while putting my brace on with one hand because I didn't want to accidentally hit her. Yeah, I don't mind. I kind of like the whole timeline thing. Man, I hope that, like... I hope that I haven't lost my, like, serious lore voice when it comes time to get to the really heavy lore. Oh yeah, I still have to talk about the Gwendolyn trans your gender stuff. But we have to... there's some stuff that we're gonna run into first. And yes, we're gonna do the lore of you-know-who. Everybody's favorite Covenant leader. Ugh, this is so annoying. Okay, so while we're doing this, I can go into it. So, one thing that transphobes like to claim about Gwendolyn is... one thing that transphobes like to claim about Gwendolyn is that she was forced to, like, be raised as a girl. But the evidence isn't there. In fact, there's evidence to the contrary. So, it's mentioned, right, that... it's mentioned... oh god. Oh boy, here we go. This is supposed to be a cat, by the way. We're supposed to think that's what a cat looks like. And also that cats are Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, apparently. Like, what the fuck is this from? Literally, what the fuck is this? Who's like, yeah, that's what cats are like, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I said transphobes. Yeah, a thing that a lot of transphobes like to claim is Oh boy. Wait, why are there two of them now? What the fuck just happened? How are there two of them? There was one and I killed it. Two of them. Bye, Clemquat. Yeah, it was just weird because I just didn't see them. Oh yeah, we'll get to the cat, but first it's time for sadness. I'll just tell you right now, this is a boss that I personally don't consider to be one of the saddest in the series, but a lot of people consider it to be very, very sad for reasons that will become pretty quickly obvious. So this is the grave of Artorias, who we mentioned, who crossed the abyss. He's kind of a big deal. He's kind of a really big deal. So the Hornet Ring is here, which is a ring we really, really need. Artie's a lad. We stand Artorias in this house. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade Kieran. By boosting critical attacks, its wearer can annihilate foes, as Kieran's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies. We will discuss Kieran. She's a big deal. Alright. Here we fucking go. Everybody be cool. That's a big dog. And he has a big sword. And a really good theme. I love this girl. I'm sorry. Fuck. Stop dodging. It's rude. Hi, doggy. I try to heal at higher thresholds in this fight, since she can move fast. She's not necessarily the hardest boss, but she can really overwhelm you if you're not careful. She's got the mad hops and questionable hitboxes. Did she just give up? Should we do the really sad thing? Do we want to do the really sad thing? The thing that everybody points out as, like, the saddest moment in the series, even though it's really not. But it is certainly sad. Yeah, no, it's just a big-ass wolf. Great Grey Wolf Sif. It's like, that's a great wolf. She's not just a good dog. She's a great dog. Oh, yeah. So once she gets low enough health, she just starts limping around. And moving way weaker. Like, 'cause she's just, like, doing her thing. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah, she is a girl. I think most people are not aware. Soul of Sif, the great grey wolf, who guards the grave of Artorias the Abyss Walker. Special beings have special souls. Use the soul of Sif, who inherited the Divine Night Sword, to acquire a huge amount of souls, or to create a unique weapon. The dog gives you humanity. I assume the humanity comes from people that the dog devoured. We also got the Covenant of Artorias, which is like a big deal, and we also needed to fight a certain boss in an area that sucks, but it's the area we're gonna have to go to. I'm not sure if we want to go there right away, because that's another huge twist, and I'm not sure if I want to drop 2 of the biggest twists in the game, like, in one stream, but I don't know. What would y'all prefer? Do y'all want to save the twist for the next twist for Saturday, or... Sif is, she's been referred to as a girl by Miyazaki, so... This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the Abyss. Its wearer, like Artorias himself, can traverse the Abyss. So that's kind of like... He can travel through the Abyss, which we don't know a ton about, but it sounds not good. I want to do Twist, but I know a bunch of people had to leave, so I'm torn. I still can't believe we're sitting at $4.99. It's killing me. If I can find it, sure.
Oh, as all. Goodbye then.
Yeah, we can pump it up to 15, but we just need it at plus 10 for now. Yeah, let's do some more health, because I'm paranoid. No, it's followers, not subs. I am nowhere fucking near 500 subs. I think I have like 40. I do not have many. Like, I mean, that's still insane. Like, legit, but it is not enough to live on. Yeah, 500 subs would be amazing. Sorry for eating the dog's soul. Thank you, Miss Hart. Someday. Let's take a trip back to our hometown first, actually. Before we do, since I want to get a ring that's there. That's okay. Even to those that don't sub, like, the fact that people, like, the fact that there are people that regularly show up here that, like, are genuinely interested in, like, coming back multiple times, like, is insane to me. Like, it makes me so fucking happy. Like, obviously, if you can't afford to sub, that's fine. Like, I can't afford to sub to anybody right now either. But it's been a huge confidence boost for me. It's been just... Yeah, it's been a huge confidence boost for me. It's been really great for my mental health, honestly, because I've been cooped up inside because of, you know, the vid. Tiny Mothman, thank you for the follow. Is that gonna do it? I'm looking at the little follower counter to see if it ticks over. That did it. 500. Holy shit. Holy shit. I feel like I should do something. Oh my god, thank you all so much. Like, seriously, I cannot thank you enough. That's fucking insane. Like, oh my god. Like, for real, for real. Like, oh my god. I am at a loss for what to say, but thank you all so much. Like, where is my therapy animal? I need him or else I am going to cry on stream, and nobody wants to see that or hear that. Because that is insane. I did not think 10 people would be interested in following this, let alone 5. Holy shit. I'm good. I'm good. Live marriage to Gwendolyn, not clickbait. That's what my wife is trying to do. She's gonna have a live marriage to Gwendolyn. Anyway, time for the best prompt in the entire game. Curl up like a ball. For 500 followers. I am curling up in a ball right now. While we do that, I gotta think of something special to do. Like, oh my god, what do I... I'm seeing the Squish Pogdolin. I love it. Show pictures of cat on stream. I don't have a webcam. I would like to have a cat cam. Yeah, Soulsborne can be... Soulsborne can be a little shitty when it comes to... Or, like, Soulsborne fans and Soulsborne itself can be kind of shitty when it comes to LGBT rap. So, I was really worried when I started this. Like, I was really, really worried that, like, either people weren't going to be interested or were going to be really shitty about it. And, you know, there were people that were really shitty about it early on. Like, a fair amount. But not nearly as many as I thought there would be. And in time, like, you know, a bunch of people turned out to actually be really interested in it. Caught you by chance in the recommendations? I'm being recommended? Like, how? Why? Oh yeah, I think... pretty much I would say a main percentage come from Holly, which is nice of her because it's nice of her because I was the one that got her into streaming in the first place. And so it is nice of her to support me in that because she started streaming and became like a huge success in 5 seconds. And yeah, it was, she's been great. Black Knights are also weak. Oh yeah, we gotta put on the Hornet Ring. My favorite ring, because it boosts parry damage. What's better than that? You need to put some points into attunement, though. On Tumblr by a clip of you referring to Gwendolyn as a girl. There are clips of me on Tumblr? What are they clips of? That is shocking to me. Sorry, Oscar. Oh, I remember that. That was from our, one of our runs of Dark Souls 3. Your name and saw Gwendolyn and went, wow, women. Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it. I think Gwendolyn effectively utilized girl power. I think she did. Well, thank you for your support, Will. I'm glad that we are amusing. Gay people are funny. What can I say? Yeah. I get what you're saying, though. Missed her, and yes. She did. Ow. Yeah, Oscar does go hollow in the end, unfortunately. Which is a shame, but what can you do? Oh yeah, we can use the key we got earlier. And also, we need to get an item here that's really important. As for why the Black Knights are here, that's, we'll discuss why the Black Knights are here, but they are here to guard something specifically, and that specific something is why we are here. I think Guinevere effectively used girl power when she left in Orlando. Do you think Guinevere effectively used girl power when she abandoned her sister that needed her because Guinevere did a few things wrong? Not that I'm bitter or anything. You know. Hi, Bella. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, yeah, doesn't really have any major lore. Oscar's cut content would have been incredible, that's true. Oscar was originally going to serve as, like, a counterpart to you. Yeah, exactly. Bella, take care of yourself. But yeah, I will try to think of something to do for 500 because we had like 470 the other day, and then Holly raided and we got a ton, and I did not have time to like think of something. Holly and Ghost are like are essentially just like my Twitch sugar mamas in terms of follows and guidance. Oh yes, so the doll is very important. We're going to talk about the doll. A strange doll with a strange dress. There was once an abomination who had no place in